So today was day 6 of the iPad project, and today I worked with pre-K and kindergarten again. In the pre-K I worked with Ave and Isabella, who's the English as an additional language student. And really today we started with a bit of review. I tried to have Ave lead the way. They did run into a couple of problems where they got an error message button they hadn't seen before, and they needed assistance with that. But once they were shown, it wasn't a problem. They really worked with applications they had seen before, and today really went kind of as I expected while I worked with them. And then after a while, I just decided to leave them on their own to see what they would choose to do. And initially, Ave wanted to watch videos, so she was choosing to consume content, which makes sense to me. But actually, Isabella wanted to do the drawing, and so I'm defining that as creating content. So I told them they had to take turns, and after watching some of the videos, they went ahead and started with that. And they really stuck with the drawing for probably close to 10 minutes. But what was interesting is, as I left them alone, other kids in the class who had free time started crowding around and were interested, and they wanted to be shown how to use the application itself. And really, within a 10-minute period, Ave and Isabella had moved on to something else in the class, and there was a crowd of 4 students who were then using the drawing application on their own, and really using the tools that they had been shown by Ave and Isabella. So that was quite interesting. There seems to be a natural interest from the students to use the device, and again, modeling amongst each other seems to be an effective way to teach the class ultimately. When I worked with kindergarten this morning, I worked with Sebastian again, and today his role was to teach somebody else in the class. So a student named Colin came over, and Sebastian did some teaching. Ultimately, I did a little bit of teaching as well. I showed Sebastian ways that he could use gestures that might be more effective or more efficient, that I thought Colin should probably just learn from the get-go. And really, just after a couple of minutes of using a few different apps, including the video app, we called over the teacher, and we had Colin teach the teacher how to find videos, get to the video library, play, pause, and get back to the home screen. And again, seeing that really being learned, maybe not mastered, but certainly learned within just a few minutes of exposure, which you're just not going to see on a traditional operating system or hardware. And then after that, I gave the boys about 10 minutes to do what they wanted. And what was really interesting about kindergarten that I haven't seen in the pre-K yet is that they started with applications that they knew. So they did a memory game, and they did some drawing, and they looked at some videos. But after a while, they then started exploring some applications that I hadn't covered that are on there, and I think it was kind of brand recognition. They chose one that was the Toy Story read-along book, and I think that's probably why they chose that. But they were using different functionalities in it, listening to the story. There's a drawing function in there. They figured out how to turn the digital pages, and that was really cool to see that they're not afraid to explore. And already they understand that if there is a problem, if they're stuck somewhere, that the simplest solution is to simply hit the home button and to start again. And I actually, not only did I witness that, but I actually asked them what they would do, and they said that was their plan of attack, which is what I do as well. So today went well, and tomorrow we'll continue to see what happens when we try to expand out to more students in the class.